Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today is going to be part 3 of Road to Rank 1, and I've been playing a bit more off camera since the last video. It's the same session, and as you can see I'm up to 29-23, so just 16 points off Rank 1. And if we take a look back at tournament mode, the person in first is online and playing. I think they're in a tournament right now, if I had to guess. I did play one more, but obviously we will have to continue that. But it's possible that in this video we can claim both rank 1 in both leaderboards. And there is about 22 hours left in the season or so. Yeah, as it says up here, 22 hours left in the season. So let's see if we can get it. And if we can get it, let's see if we can hold it.
What a performance there by J King.
J King, full plot armor.
J King is pushing himself into the ranks of the legends.
J King is our world champion! J King 7! What? The back-to-back Kards world champion!
Alrighty here, first game against Japan. I'm just going to full mulligan for 1-drops. Don't find any, but we are going first, so that does mean we have a bit more time than usual. See if what our opponent starts with, if it's going to be a Shibata or, okay, Recon. Recon's fine. Ooh, here's the question, 22nd Infantry or Arado. The issue with the Arado is if it gets traded out immediately by a 35T, I could do Arado for Freedom, which doesn't feel terrible. Sunstrike pickup's also great because of the Recon, so is Jaeger Regiment. Alright, well this hand went from pretty bad to pretty good. Our opponent gonna drop an expansion. Draws up to 7. I think we will drop the sudden strike here. I can kind of see an argument for 35T, but then I don't want to push it up because of Jaeger. And, like, you know, there might be more important things to hit in the future. Rain Brigade is annoying, but not the end of the world. Do we just push a 2-4 to the front line? Like 22nd. Okay, Nakshu pickup's also great. Devil's Brigade pickup also great. So this hand's looking amazing. I mean, like, Jaeger, Double for Freedom, Shub, Devil's Brigade. These are all the cards you want to see drawn, and it makes up for a pretty lackluster opener hand. What's our opponent got? Is it Yokosuka for the 4 damage? It's the Audacity Rip. Hits the 22nd. I think that's fine. Like, I think that's the better outcome for us. It's a little hard to say. It's not entirely clear that it's just like, oh, you know, hit the 2-4 with the 4 damage, therefore better. The issue with Devil's Brigade here is it just gets immediately removed. I could do Nakshub Heinkel, hit, that's 4 credits, but I go back to 2, so I have 3. I can trade here. I could even Jaeger. Push up. That seems like the best outcome. Gets it a little hard by gets it hit a little hard by Desperate Measures, but I mean everything gets hit hard by Desperate Measures. I think best case for them is Cavalry or Yokosuka and 35T, and then the Infantry hits the Jaeger Regiment, the Bomber hits the 1-3 Jaeger Regiment, the other one, and then 35T can take out Heinkel. If he does that, we can still remove Aichi. I mean, like, we have Reich's Research as well to remove Aichi, but I don't really care if he spends 2 credits this turn taking out what is, at the end of the day, not a particularly great unit. There's the Cav, there's the 35T, so it's going to be exactly like I said. Makes the trades. I don't love going for research here, but research is not a particularly great card in this matchup. Is this going to be a draw last? Or am I playing Devil's Brigade? I think this is going to be a draw last. Well, draw middle. Ooh. As much as I love Schützen, and honestly all of these are pretty good, I think we will just go for the additional body on the board and draw. Basically just a free 1-3. Our opponent's getting starved out from expansions. Now, there's a decent chance he can just retake the front line this turn. Okay, Pack 40 and Jaeger's going to draw him 2 cards. Shibata. We can't currently kill Jaeger. Or not the Jaeger, the Pack 40. Which is annoying. I could kill Shibata here. There's not a ton of... Well, there's like really only the one order in my hand right now. I think I want to get the Panzer 3H out. Look for cards. As great as 35T looks here, do I need to take the Panzer 3H for card draw? Because he's probably getting the front line for expansions this turn. And our hand's looking a little dry. We have, like, Hipper to deny him draw. We have Comet for just face racing. Alright, hit Shibata just so the artillery can't get the free hit on 35T. This guarantees the 35T is dealing 2 to 4 damage, rather 2 to 4 unit damage, rather than 2 damage face. Another Jaeger pickup's annoying, but again, it's not a Japanese unit. It's taking up spots on his board. He can push a 1-1 Shibata to the front line here. It will let him draw with expansion. Does mean Devil's Brigade is going to let us take the front line. And yep, there's the double expansion. Okay, so our opponent has a full hand. We can kill the artillery now. Our opponent's probably going to have Desperate and/or Bombing Raid in hand, just based on the amount of cards. So it's not a great hand to go wide with the 35T 164th play. So we just play very slowly, like shoots and hit here, push up, hit. That's floating 3 credits. I mean, I can like throw in a 35T hit Jaeger, I guess. But again, these units have operation cost. It's a 2 for 1. Like, this isn't the best Desperate Measures ever. It's a good Desperate Measures. But again, Desperate Measures is never not good. Signal Regiment is fine for us. We have 20 health. It's probably not going to be a difference maker this game, and it's a card he's spending a credit playing, and it's a card exiting his hand that's not affecting board. 51st Recon trades out. Again, 2 credits spent. Is 4 credits left. If he just like slams Dragon Slayer, I mean, I guess we just hip her, and we're actually kind of chilling. Pack 40, take out Shub. It's annoying. I mean, do we just hip her the Pack 40? It's that or do Comet phase. Now here's the question, do we play 164th? Like, obviously you can Pack 40 it, I don't care about that whatsoever. The question is if we hold it, it can just like trade out like a Cavalry or a Type 94 in the future, guaranteed. Can give +1/+1 to an important trade you might not be expecting. 3rd Jaeger Regiment is annoying. And we're getting to the point where, you know, if he just has commit the reserves, yeah. Gets the trade. Okay, he is just going to drop the Pack 40. Jaeger's presumably going to take the front line. And I think we just start racing him. So he's going to have 3 turns, counting this one, to deal 17 damage. Entirely possible. Like, obviously, it's, like, basically certain, but, we have the possibility to prevent it. Or, like, trade back with him. So we get to suppress 1 unit here. I mean, it's got to be a Type 94, right? Is there any reason to hit face for 1 extra? Is there anything that deals 3 Schützen? That would be the difference. Okay. We have 2 top decks for lethal. We have a Schützen and a bounce back to hand card. We also have a Rado to draw the bounce back to hand card. We could also do Panzer H for the bounce back to hand card. I'm blanking on what it's called, but there's a possibility we just die here, I guess. It's not that unlikely. We die to 35T, we die to bombing. No, we don't die to bombing, right? Okay, I have 4 credits. Desperate measures. Recon. Alright, what do we draw? And it's a dud. It's a dud. Yep. Unfortunate game. Well, had a pretty good hand against Jagro, but, you know, they hit all of their card draw. And we ran out of cards. Couldn't quite get across the line. I think we put the draw, or the cycle back card in the bottom of my deck with a Panzer H earlier, so we did need a Rado to fish it out. But yeah, that's going to be a pretty big ELO loss, but let's keep going. Alrighty, we have Britain. Rado's good if it's air, but we're also going first, so Scout Car's coming out first no matter what, which means the Rado's kind of difficult to use. 35T is kind of good no matter what it is. If we get a 161st, that'd be quite good. This deck has a really awkward time putting out pressure in the first couple turns. It's quite good at receiving pressure. But like, you're not really setting up any big damage turns out the gate against a deck like Ramp. Oh, this is rough. I mean, I think we just play 35T hit face. I don't want to play Devil's Brigade because that would give him a perfect turn of Devil's Brigade by Devil's Brigade trade. He's just going to pass, which means he has the countermeasure. I think getting the Panzer H on board is worth more than 3 damage. attack 40 is another option to get rid of the guard. It's not going to be super effective, and we can just suppress it, but leaving behind a 1-5 is relatively important. So yeah, I think we're just going to take it. Hopefully we can also snowball out with just an early arty. Britain can sometimes struggle to deal with that. Okay, that's even better for us. He plays Glamour Boys. I could draw with Jaeger. I want to push this turn, I think. Well, actually, getting Jaeger on board is pretty good for 35 Ts. Kitty Hawk into the arty. This does not feel great. I can push up, hit. So that's 4, 5. I can't get the credits on Shub for the Devil's Brigade here. I could M4 this, but again, don't really get to do anything. Do I push 164th? I play push 164th, he plays Carpet Bombing. And this is just like a bit of a useless card in this matchup. Let's just go push it up now. Play for him not having Carpet Bombing, because if he has Carpet Bombing, how are we winning this game, realistically? Okay, trade out. There's the Devil's Brigade. Shifting attack, that's what the card's called. I could play it this turn. It seems pretty bad. Again, I can drop the M4 this turn, and I think we have to. I think we just have to play for tempo. Like, this hand has no card draw in it. Things are looking really bad. We just have to play as if he finds it difficult to remove our units. I suppose I could have traded with Kitty Hawk, and then gone 35T hit face with the other one, using the Nakshub credits, to keep M10 alive, because now Kitty Hawk's just going to hit M10. Well, that's a fantastic turn. ASW patrol. We need a, not that, a Rado if we hit, not that. Do I bounce a Rado here? Turn shifting attack into a random order from my deck. Orders in my deck say draw on them. Like, I would love to save shifting attack for value generation on, like, a Panzer Grenadiers, and I think we might have to... save it for that to have any chance of winning the game. Okay, he pushes straight into a Schutzen, which we don't have, of course, but he doesn't know that. Is this going to be Ultra? It's not Ultra. We remove the guard. Still don't find a Blitz unit. He could just make this an 8-8 and hit face, I guess, next turn. Do we do synthetic oil for the card draw? Man, this game is so sad. Okay, he didn't have Ultra in his hand last turn. And that's his top deck, so he doesn't have Ultra this turn. Is he just going to play a B24D into the Reich Research? Alright. Hits Offray, that's big. Hits 4th Glamour Boys, that's big. Okay, we didn't hit the Research, so he can still just get me with a 7-7 this turn. And that might just be enough to win. We kind of have to hit Panzer Grenadiers this turn. Not even upgrading the Research here is wild. We draw another 1-drop. Can I make Comet a 6-4 this turn? Yes. Yes, I can. It's horrifically inefficient. Basically, I have to dump my entire hand into this. And we don't get Zeustora on the board. But it's that who dies, so... Alright, he's just floating 10. So that's good. Means no card draw, no... I mean, could have like top decked Ultra, I guess. Okay, just didn't want to commit to the board more, I guess. He plays a Cromwell. Okay, is he gonna finally add Synthetic Rubber? Yeah, he's not gonna play it, which is correct. He would be straight trolling if he played it, but... that is going to mean he can make that a 9-9 at will. And are we out of Suppress? We played M10, we played the Suppression. He's gonna MI5 me. If he makes a 9-9, we can get rid of it. Okay. Well, we're not dead. I mean, if it just makes a 9-9 and hits me, is there any way we win? Okay, he's kind of griefing by not going for it. Do I push this up? I think we die if we don't, but I also think we... like, we're not dead from what we... with known information, we are not dead if I don't push up a 4-5 here. However, I think I can't win the game if I assume he can kill me. Like, if I assume that he has 1 damage from hand in this situation, what damage is from hand? Devil's Brigade? Second Devil's Brigade, but like Lancaster, Wellington, Halifax, Production Order... yeah, I mean, gotta play for our outs, I guess. Like, maybe he continues to troll. He lets this get damaged, so he's just not threatening as much damage. Burst from hand, and then I top deck. Like, Panzergren into Panzergren, like Panzer H into Panzergren. There's the Wellington. Puts it on the Wellington. Okay, that's kind of trolling. Draw last. Well... okay, 2 losses in a row. That's a feels bad, man. We dropped below 2,900. Yeah, 2888. Minus 20 on that one. Yeah, alright, let's just keep going, I guess. Alrighty, Soviets. Soviets should be a good matchup. They find it difficult to deal with their store sudden strikes for the sort of the good cards that they have, the Bryansks and the Engineers. As much as I would love to be able to 164th in the world, they don't have Sickle. I think it's a good enough matchup where we don't need to do that. Also, most Soviets these days on ladder are self-damage. Okay, they do have 2 credits, so they don't have the British countermeasure. First responders. Cossacks. That's a spicy one. Hits the 35T, which means we do get to trade. Do I want to make a 5-5? I probably want to make a 5-5. Miss it. If he has 52k, I'm going to be rather sad. Okay, defend in depth. That's not as tilting as 52k, but it is still rather upsetting. As much as I would love to get pressure in with the 35T, I think I might... No. Getting pressure in here is still correct. We have Pack 40 and Sudden Strike to get through guards. Like, you might just slam an armored train on curve, because of course you will. And now we go for... If we can hit a suppression here, we're kind of chilling. Okay, not suppression, but the next best thing. He's France ally. He's probably mill, like KV, force draw, shenanigans. Which means it's not going to just be simple to rush him down, because he probably is running compromise and call to the colonies on top of like the engineers. Yep, there's the compromise. He can't do another one because he will overdraw. I mean, like he can, but covert. Interesting. Oh, we pick up the suppression. Beautiful. I'm assuming that this... Like, we hit this, and it's... What is it? It's presumably the elite. So do we want to hit the 1-1 first? We probably want to hit the 1-1 first. And then suppress this and go face. So I probably want to hit it with this. Yep, it's the elite. So let's suppress this, get the draw. Another pack 40. How do we not... Like, how do we most efficiently empty our hand? Do we just play a pack 40? There's no way we play a pack 40 because of all the Brionts. I could just Reich Research to kill this. I kind of like him losing the credits, though. I like him losing the credits, but honestly, him having like 5-5 is going to get out of hand pretty quickly. And at the moment, it's really difficult for him to deal with these units. Is he just going to like compromise again? Honor and loyalty on Heinkel. That's fine. Overdraw Scout Car, that's fine. Overdraw Panzergren, that's substantially less fine. Do we just have to trade double 35T into this? Probably. Do we push shoots in? I don't think we push shoots in. So I think we're Spoils of War in, but I think it is better to avoid the damage here. Okay, we definitely want this out of our deck. I think we just play Errata at this point. He's force draw. Do we for freedom? I think we for freedom. Get damage in. Like, we're attacking anyways. Alright, another compromise, naturally. It's number 2. Hipper, not bad draw. 22nd, awful draw. Honor and loyalty, number 2. That's a good overdraw. That's a fine overdraw. That's a fine overdraw. I think we're just playing a pack 40 for value. Or no, value for like tempo. We're getting the value out of the card. get it out on the board doing stuff. And then I think we drop a Devil's Brigade. Again, just making room in hand. Not being credit efficient with our cards on board, but we need to get units out of hand. I don't really want to play 22nd Infantry. This might be enough to force out a board clear without actually committing too much, and then we just have like Panzergren. You know, like if he does Depths of Winter Bryansk Regiment, we just do Panzergrenadier Sudden Striking. Put 6 to the face. Road to Berlin, compromise number 3 in the top half of his deck, naturally. Okay, 5 credits. Winter Warfare is fine. Presumably he's doing something with that, or is he just making room? Another 125th, that's fine. We're getting close to Millen Comet. Hellcat's an unfortunate overdraw. I just trading. Oh, that's a lot of units into it, but on the other hand, I have an Arty and I want to make use of it. No, it is not your turn yet. That is why it says enemy turn over where the end turn button normally is. Do we just play Panzer Edge to get it out of the Comet out of the deck? Yep, there's Comet. Are we just playing cannon into this? I mean, is there any card left in my deck that I care about? Not really. Yeah, I think we played 22nd here. It's... So I'm overdrawing anyways. The alternative is pass, because I don't want to play the cannon out. And is being forced to clear this board to a certain extent. So 22nd is probably going to die. Naval Brigade means he's not clearing the board, so forget my previous statement. Special reinforcements on the 125th, that's perfectly fine. We're just going to remove ambush, go face. I think this is enough that forces him to drop a board clear. I really don't think that he can afford not to drop a board clear here, so I still want to hold on to cannon. I think, because we've already seen the Panzergren overdraw, and we have Comet in hand. I don't think the cards in my deck are better than cannon. Yep, there's the Depths of Winter. And because we suppressed rather than bounced the Naval Brigade, that's gone. He probably replays 125th here. Has the Winter Warfare number 2. 125th. What if I just... wait, actually... So I can hipper it. What if I just push double Schützen? Like, he's down a good chunk of his voice draw. This way, like, the best way to get rid of this would be strategic focus, but that kills his own guard in the process. It's also 7 credits, and that will just make room for, like, Comet, Autokanone, Zeustor, Panzergren type of shenanigans. It's making room in my hand. He does have to answer them, because otherwise I just get an incredibly good trade here. Even if he, like, gets rid of one of them. He has to get rid of both of them, and it's difficult for his deck to get rid of both of them without playing strategic focus. There's the strategic focus, takes out the 125th. There's Phony War. Naxum's a whatever unit. Shifting attack is great pickup. I mean, we just go in with the Kanone, right? pushing or 1 extra damage? I think I'd rather push. With 4th Compromise, he's still at 12, which is still within the same Comet breakpoint as 11. And he's down Strategic Focus and Depths of Winter, so it's not like he just clears this board for free. He kind of needs ISU, and if he does ISU, we win the game. Alternatively, the old one people used to play, Winter Offensive, that's the name of the card. If he plays that, we also just win the game. Well, he got close there with the motor rifles, but fortunately we saved the Comet. We're gonna finally bounce back. You know, don't let the win streak spiral. Not a lot of elo, but a win's a win. Let's get to the next game. Alrighty, US. So store is really good unless they have half tracks, and then it becomes really bad. Now, most people don't run half tracks, which is why I want to keep it. Scout Car's good for 1 if he doesn't play anything. Jaeger's good for 1 if he does play anything. 20 seconds is just generally good, considering we have 2 1-drops, so we will be able to do stuff in the front line. He is going first, which makes it more likely that, you know, like if he does Greyhound, not 164th, and then has like a 99th, 20 seconds bad, and we'd rather like a pack 40 or something. But the prevalence of pack 40 makes it unlikely that he goes in, like on a Greyhound. Drops 164th. I mean, I think we have to Jaeger. Yes, it gets punished by 99th, but Scout Car gets more punished by 99th, and Arado gets punished by 35T, which is the more likely card he has. 17th. That's an interesting one. Oh, the top deck. Oh, the top decks just keep coming. Oh, man. 1 credit draw card. Absolute cheat. Okay, just makes a 4/4. That's perfectly fine. I could trade it out with Scout Car. We don't get the Nakshub draw. I'm a little terrified that he's just going to... I'm terrified that if we leave this up, he's just going to have supply shipment and go face, and then we're just going to lose the game. So we will trade that out. We don't have great prospects of killing this 99th to stop Sherman or anything like that. If I Arado into the second for freedom, I'm the greatest player alive. The issue is if I go for a Arado here and we don't hit it. I mean, I guess I can play a 22nd. Like, yeah, you can like stars, but that's his entire turn doing absolutely nothing. The more likely outcome is Sherman here. And this is going to let us Schützen trade out the front line. I don't care if he has a 4/4 M10 on the Nakshub. Is he going to trade for me? If he's trading for me, he's kind of trolling. He trades for me with the US unit. Okay. Alright, we're getting down to Blitzkrieg range, but he doesn't have the credits to do Hellcat Blitzkrieg with this. He doesn't have an infantry unit, so he can't do 35T Blitzkrieg with this. Like, you could just drop me to 3 with, like, a Greyhound push-up Blitzkrieg, and then I'm dead to strap bombing with no healing in deck. But that's just an unfortunate reality. Jaeger. I can suppress Jaeger. Deny the draw, that seems worth it. We don't get the credits from Shub. Here. Okay. Well, 10 health. 10 health with an empty frontline is like, oh, I'm going to die immediately against frontline. 10 health against a full frontline is a, like, with you controlling the frontline is like a, oh, GG, go next. Like, how do you lose? Frontline just doesn't have the credit cheating capabilities as other decks. So if they ever lose the frontline, it's really difficult to come back. Also, with like 5th Rangers gone, they don't just have that like late game value generation that other decks miss. So like he kind of has to trade here. So he's just gonna play Sherman. He can't play Sherman now. Devil's Brigade lets him clear out the front line, but not take it. Okay, let's not get greedy on value trading here. Well, an action's completely useless, so I could just push twice. And then next turn we're chilling with Panzergren. I could also Reich research the Scout Kai, that's not amazing. And obviously push, but that does leave us open to... No, I guess not Hellcat. He wouldn't have the credits to do Hellcat Sherman. Hellcat number 2. Pretty good draw. Man, nothing's worse about stopping. The only, like, bad time to stop a frontline player from being able to play Sherman is when they don't have Sherman. They just instead have, like, every single good card in the deck. Am I just doing Panzergren push-up, 35T, hit Hellcat? If he top decks Sherman, he can get it with the Scout Car. Alternatives. Reich Research, kill Hellcat, Admiral Hipper, something. The 2 damage on the Devil's Brigade seems more important. Absolutely do not want to give him a card draw. So I think we bounce this. Although, actually, what's more likely to hit? I think Panzergren's hitting the Devil's Brigade, so I would rather bounce Devil's Brigade. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm taking 2 damage next turn. Actually, I guess I take 1 more damage this turn, because the tank gets to attack along with the ping. Okay, Panzergren hit. 35T. Combined arms hit. Can't Sherman. Can't kill me with Blitzkrieg. Can't bring me into strap bombing range with Blitzkrieg. Jaeger trade. For freedom. Hits me with the sorry. Curses. Okay. Let's draw a card. Push a 4/5 to the front line just to make sure. I mean, how does he kill me from 8 without the front line? His emotes make it sound like he'd like top deck like Comet or something, but he's US, so good game. Also, I have to have lethal next turn if he just passed. We have losing tiebreakers to 66 better. That's really funny because I had winning tiebreakers on him, like 20 minutes ago. But yeah, then I lost 2 games, so makes sense, I guess. I'm joking. It makes literally no sense. But we're back up to 2,800, or 2,900, so let's keep going. Actually, let's quickly check the leaderboard here. It looks like he's not playing anymore, so that's good. Alrighty, next game against Britain again. Could be air. I've said it could be air so many times today, and it has never once been air. I did play 1 air player today, actually. Do we keep Reich's Research? There's nothing that they play on 3. It's worse than Pack 40 for taking out 5th Brigades. Keeping 35T because if I do draw a 164th, I can play it against Britain. There we go. Punish is Albacore. And, like, obviously it's a very big punish. But with a confident pass on 1, do we trade this out? Like, obviously, I keep a 3-1 alive. The alternative is to just hit face for 3. He can't out-heal my damage. If he hits 35T with Honey, that's fine. We'll just buff something else. And then, like, if Honey stuck around, we could Zeustor it. Do we? 61st here. No, because he gets the value trade, so let's just get the draw. We still don't know the Minor Nation. If it's discard, here's a good pack 40 turn. That would kind of mess us up. MI5 can't really tell us anything because you play MI5 in every deck ever. Pack 40 actually gets the draw against Britain, which I think is the first time I have had that happen. And this can cause issues for Britain. Like, 2-2 Artie, difficult to deal with. Not a ton of people are running like Kitty Hawks or Mosquitoes. Good deployment effects for targeted damage. And Britain kind of sucks at targeted damage. Top deck Sexton on curve, pin the Artie. I could restore hit. I could Panzer 3H hit. Panzer 3H is probably better if I'm hitting, and I do think I want to hit. Hmm. 35T is just another blitz unit to take out Sexton. If it's unguarded. The issue is if he just slams Glamour Boys here. We did not find the suppress that I was looking for. Jaeger's just more card draw. Devil's Brigade's good if he plays Devil's Brigade. Problem is if he plays Devil's Brigade, it's probably turned into a 2 thing, and then Devil's Brigade's not actually better than it is normally. So I do think we have to take the 35T and just hit here. The good thing about him playing Glamour Boys is that means he's not attacking. 35T is good here in case he like enemy contacts Panzer 3H trades. Which seems possible if he's running Honeys. Well, this is a really awkward turn. Like, we can kill Sexton, which is nice. Problem is, the only thing I can do alongside killing Sexton is just play 22nd Pass or 22nd Heinkel. But I think that's fine because he's France. He's probably playing Compromise Package. Okay, that's good. It means he's not ramp. Playing against not ramp for the first time in a long time feels pretty good, man. This might trigger Ultra. Does trigger Ultra, that's perfectly fine. We will push up 22nd just so it's easier to get rid of. It's credit efficient. Ultra denied a card draw from us, so it's still fine. We're still at 6 cards, which is good. It also forces a trade where he otherwise might not, so Store dies. Draw last. He could have kept it. He could have kept the radar for wave after wave. We've seen 2 honeys. We have yet to see any first responders, so I'm tempted to go for the Pack 40. It's pretty hard committal into a carpet bombing, but like everything we do here, short of Comet Face, is committal into carpet bombing. I mean, I suppose I could carpet bomb Face or Comet Face. Like, he drops to 20. Problem is I go to 8 cards, and if he starts popping off with compromises, it's kind of over. We'll draw to 7. Again, we don't know if it's force draw, but like surely it's force draw, so let's just go stay at 6, get up the scout card. If he has carpet bombing, he has carpet bombing. If he has Carpet Bombing, that's the only thing he's doing that turn. That's nice. Also means that we might be able to get Dryad for our Rado. Although again, if it is 4-star, we probably don't care too much about that. I think we play out one Errata. Turn Errata into a damage. Force a second Carpet Bombing. Here comes Glamour Boys. Spitfire. Well, that's kind of annoying. Errata suddenly getting a whole lot worse. Well, we can kill Glamour Boys here, which is something. Okay, he has yet to play any force draw, so I don't want to commit the last errata to the board in case he is just like Britain, France control without force draw. I guess playing it plays around Liberation. He trades into that, so I draw anyways. It is possible he's just running Liberations instead of force draw. Although if you're playing Liberations, you're probably running a little bit of force draw. Although you're probably not, and by Liberations I do mean Sabotage. If you're running Sabotage, you're probably not playing MI5s, though. So, that is something to consider. Do 5, 7, hit 8, 9, can't Heinkel trade, so there's no way to kill Spitfire. At least no easy way to kill Spitfire, I should say. Do you think I just want to veteran the guy? Okay. We threw 2 Glamour Boys. There goes Schützen. That's fine. Britain, France struggles to keep units on board. HMS Illustrious lets him trade out the 4-1. And Grenadier Guards is going to keep that. It does give us the errata draw into Hipper. That's quite nice. That will let us take out both Swordfish. Now, we don't necessarily have an answer for Hipper at the moment, but denying the opponent card draw, keeping our hand out of Sabotage range, taking out the bombers so he can't just farm us silly. All good things. Am I just pushing Schützen into this? Probably. I kind of want all of these cards. Ultra's gone, so Reich's Research is actually pretty good, unless he has Sabotage. But again, if he has Sabotage, he's kind of an idiot. So Restore is fine, unless he has Wave for Wave, Wave after Wave. Hellcat could actually trade out Grenguards this turn, but I don't think there's a big priority on that. That's 5, 6, 7. I have 2 credits, so I get 1 chip damage through, and Grenguards does off the board. Do I trade to play around Wave after Wave? Trade once at least. We still have the Devil's Brigades in deck, so like even if he Wave after Waves and has to hit here. Although maybe he like triggers Wave after Wave with 3rd Defend in depth and just gets a 5-5. That would be quite bad. Is he gonna Defend in depth Heinkel? Means he doesn't have Wave after Wave, although now he's Looking at Schutzen. A little concerning. His hand also might just be compromise, 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 and his game plan was like to not draw me cards. Co-belligerence to steal Heinkel. Okay. I mean, I don't love him drawing a Heinkel, but I also, you know, it's not exactly the highest priority target. Take Panzergren. Big stats. Does mean I'm going to trade out Jaeger to keep the plane, the fighter on board for the extra stat. Hit face, is this the first responder's turn? This is the first responder's turn. We do have research. We could just drop research. Probably will drop research as just stage 1, the flying bomb. Take that guy out. Okay, has 4 cards in hand. Again, we haven't seen a ton of French slots from him. There's the Havre. Okay, it's going to be somewhat difficult to keep cards out of our hand this turn. Do I want shifting attack on the bottom of my deck? No. Do I shifting attack this turn on Panzergren? Seems quite good, honestly. Alright, so we'd lose the shifting attack Comet combo for 8 damage out of nowhere, but he's down to 12. So there's 2 Glamour Boys in deck. Seems like he's playing a fatigue deck. There's a Glamour Boys top deck, naturally. We can trade out Glamour Boys and start going face. 22nd draws a little weird. Do we try to keep Comet on board? Yeah, I guess we buffed this. Ooh. Okay, well. Face is the place. I think this drops him to 5. Yep. Down to 5. Glamour Boys number 4 off the top. I mean, top decking back-to-back Glamour Boys and stealing Sabotage is certainly one way to win, or stealing Comet with Sabotage is certainly one way to win the game. Here, let's sack the, Arado. Dude, I can't believe he runs MI5s and Sabotage. And he top decks Carpet Bomb. Top deck Glamour Boy, top deck Glamour Boy, top deck Carpet Bomb, and simply the better player. There goes the front line. Okay, we got the card draw. Let's restore. The game's not over. He might just sack Comet into it. He also might top deck Grengards, because we've seen one of those. Which means surely he runs 2. Top deck Wellington, that's fine. 35T. And we just have to play it. Okay, Comet face. That's fine. What's left in our deck? M10. I mean, I think we just play it. First Responders dies to Sudden Strike, which he knows about. Does he trade Comet here? If he's smart, he trades Comet. We kill him with a Scout car. He's dead, right? Oh, why? He runs a one of National Fire Service? Well, punished, I guess, for not pinging the Glamour Boy. Call to the colonies. And trade. And, well, 164th, maybe I just die in fatigue before I kill him with that. Top deck Glamour Boy, top deck Glamour Boy, top deck Carpet Bombing, and he runs MI5s in a Sabotage deck. Alright. That's something. Let's see if there's a quick tournament mode we can get into. Let's see what the numbers are looking like. And there's none. So, that is going to be it for me for this one. Or, it from me for this one. Thank you very much for watching. I might not release this as its whole, and might just, like, addendum this with, games from this morning. We will see. Alrighty, so, we are at the next day. Season just reset. And I'm opening up cards now. So basically, I played for a bit. Just kept going down. Dropped out of top 34 for a bit. Got all the way back up to 5th, I think. And then I think we ended at 9th last time I checked. Gold Audacity. That is actually quite good. This is basically the only gold Japanese, or the only like Japanese elite that I didn't already have in gold. So that's pretty cool. We got the card backs, we get the elite, and let's take a look at the outcome. And yeah, 66 better actually managed to clutch first right there at the end. Tweedy Cargo, looks like he played and lost, maybe played a couple there at the end. And yeah, here we are down up in 9th. So basically, yeah, I mean, what you saw, we had 29, 20, whatever. We were very close to top 2. Then things took a turn for the worse. And yeah, that basically just continued. And then that was last night. And then today, I mean, things were up and down. But it looks like every single player, with the exception of 66 better, kind of went down or stayed the same on the last day. I mean, it's hard to say exactly why. Personally, I noticed Ramp basically disappeared from the meta. Jagro came in a lot. There was a lot of self-damage, so yeah, the meta in the final day just became basically rock, paper, scissors, so it became impossible to maintain the necessary 80% win rate on any deck without just hitting a lucky win streak. And I mean, I had a bit of luck getting up to 3rd place, I'm not going to lie, but today I had absolutely no luck. Just worst case scenario after worst case scenario. No in 5 clutched top 34. He had dropped out of top 34 not that long ago. Got the Hungarians ahead with both of his accounts in top 34. Of course, only one will count. But yeah, you know, all around, solid season. Tora, and a sick card back for the next Battle Pass. But yeah, all around, you know, disappointed we didn't get top 2. But, you know, that's the risk of leaving it to the final 2 days, is sometimes people will reach a elo that you literally can't reach if you play later. Or they reach an elo which is just at the end of like a really lucky win streak, and to hit a top elo with a lucky win streak requires you to either get really lucky, or it requires you to play enough until you hit a like win streak. And you know, starting with 2 days left, you can't really expect that. But you know, top 34 might play in quals, might not play in quals. We did even, well, oh, this is World Championship mode. Oh, we can't actually look at the tournament mode because there's an update to tournament mode where it only runs on weekends, so I guess we can't look at tournament mode leaderboards, but we ended 2nd there. I essentially focused on just ranked ladder today until like the last like hour and a half, and I checked with an hour and a half left, and my opponent was, or the guy I was fighting back and forth with for first had gone up to 41 wins, and there was not enough time left because with the announcement, nobody was playing tournament mode anymore. So yeah, we ended 2nd in tournament mode and 9th on ladder. So, you know, unfortunate we didn't hit rank 1, but there's always next season. And I had a lot of fun. I earned a lot of XP. I have a lot of packs here. And yeah. I mean, you guys get to see, obviously I didn't record anything else today, but you guys get to see sort of the complete another collapse that happened. And everything was so good until I hit record. And then as soon as I hit record, just, like, lost, like, 8 of my next 10 games or something like that. It was quite horrific, but I will now... I'll splice this clip in and then just roll the outro on the last video at the end of the previous recorded session, just because I think it's going to be funny. But anyways, yeah, I will catch all of y'all in the next one. But if you're hearing this outro, it means that this is the end of the video, so thank you very much for watching, everybody. Links in the description. King's Cup tournament dates will be posted soon for the 3rd and final week of the round robin. That's very exciting, and expect more Road to Rank 1, at least one more video, because, well, I might certainly be down. I'm far from out just yet. So, I will catch all of y'all in the next one.